Let us have an active participation, and I'm looking forward for your participation, because this is something that you should be implementing in your college. And please let me know how far POSH has been implemented. If you can just let me know how far it is implemented in your college, maybe I can take it forward from there, so that you can get a hang of it, what is missing, or how you can improve your committee's performance. Okay. Let me show you what my objective is for this session. Here, expecting that all of you are getting to know POSH. You will be able to explain the background of the POSH, why POSH came into the picture, some of the very important terminologies we will be discussing, and the definition of sexual harassment will be discussed, and also as an employer, what is the duty. You can get to know more about it, and how do you form IC in your college. That can also be discussed in this session. So can I, yeah, anything that you want to ask me? Okay, I'll just move on, and maybe any questions, please put it on chat, so that we can discuss it as and when we can. Don't hesitate to send your doubts, questions, clarifications on the chat. Okay, so hope all of you are aware of it, because POSH is something that we are supposed to have in our workplace. POSH is prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. And so please ensure that there is no more harassment taking place in your work area. Your work area is very important, and see that everyone gets a chance to, um, walk freely, uh, do their work without uh, any any barriers. So
ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ
okay. So all of you are aware of the constitutional articles, and please make a note of all these articles, that is article 14, 15, 16, and 21, which are very, very important. Whenever you start talking of rights, these are the very important rights that really needs emphasis, and you need to see that it is not violated. And so article 14 talks about equality. Article 15 talks about the prohibition of discrimination. In we usually think about, um, based on sex we discriminate. Oh, girls, you can't do, or oh, boys, you are supposed to do, or you are not supposed to come in. There are so many things associated with that. Yes, we don't these days look into the caste, race, religion, but this also forms a ground of discrimination. So let us not do that. Okay. And uh, article 16, opportunity. Please give opportunity to everyone. Okay. And article 21, it is right to privacy, and which is violated by most of the colleges and schools, because we think that is okay. that is not okay. Please give the space for the girls and the boys. It's not only for the girls. Article 21 talks about right to privacy and personal dignity to all the citizens. Give them their right. Okay. And if you are a principal, I could see some of the principals there in this group. So if you are a principal and if you have not provided proper, space for maybe toilet, maybe taking care of a restroom, or a place for them to change themselves, their attire or something. Give them the space, provide space, make space. If it is not there, do it immediately, or else you are stopping them from their right. So take care of them. Any questions, please put it on chat. Hope all of you are aware of this CEDAW. CEDAW is Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. And India is one of the signatory. And while signing, India did not, ask each and every one of us, can we do this? Can we do this? No, 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 no. It is not required. If India has signed, it is equal that you and me, we have signed, and we have gone ahead and we have said we shall not discriminate against women. And so any form of discrimination that happens against women, it shall be stopped. And if that is happening, please see that it is not happening. And Posh is also having a background where we are also looking at Vishaka guidelines. And all the 50 of you who are there in this session, I request each and every one of you to go back and check if you are still working on Vishaka guidelines. Vishaka guidelines is something that we got way back in 90s. And since then, we have been using Vishaka guidelines because we did not have an act. And in 2020, 2013, we got this act, that is Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act. And since then, we are not using Vishaka guidelines. And if you in your college you are still having Vishaka guidelines anywhere, please remove it. Please replace it with the Posh Act and Posh rules. Okay, I'm giving this task to each one of you to go back and check if it is you are using the act rather than the guidelines. Okay, this is the story behind the Vishaka guidelines about Bhauri Devi. Anybody who knows about this in this group? Anybody who is aware of Vishaka guidelines?
No, madam.
Okay, Dr. Jyoti says
No,
no. Anybody
no,
who
ma'am.
knows?
No, ma'am.
Not aware.
Ma'am, actually, very
Huh.
recently when we heard from one of the resource persons about this guideline, in this
Yeah,
session he mentioned about it when it comes to
yeah.
the human rights and the
Huh.
women rights. So he
Huh.
explained, and it was a kind of a base to make a certain rules for the protection of women.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Nagesh. Yeah, someone is trying to talk. Maybe I'm not able to hear you. Well, thank you. As Dr. Nagesh said, yes, it is a base for so many things. However, this is we look for POSH as one of the landmark act that has come up, and this act has to be implemented in every school and colleges. And how do you implement, and what is Vishaka guidelines? Why are we hanging on to Vishaka guidelines still? Because I when I was training from administrative training institute, I used to invite all the concerned officers from the schools and colleges to join my program. And that is when I got to know that most of the colleges are still using Vishaka guidelines. And the story behind this is Bauri Devi, who was gang raped in 1992. And based on that, she goes to she was a um, it's kind of the Anganwadi teacher kind of a person who was taking care of the children, that is stopping children from child marriage. And so this is in Jaipur that had the incident happened, where she gets to see um, the a child getting married, and so she stops that marriage. But the jamindar, or person whose child was getting married, he and his relatives were upset because she stopped the marriage. And so the following day, these people come and rape her. And so that is the reason she goes and tells the women and child department to bail her out, take necessary steps, and see that she is safeguarded. But the department says no, this is nothing to do with us, because uh, the rape did not happen during the working hours. And that is when she and the NGOs who supported her later, they get to come together and takes her case from district court to high court to Supreme Court. Because she she doesn't win her case, then finally it goes to Supreme Court, where in Supreme Court, the Chief Justice feels that there is no such act which takes protects the women who is working in the work area. And so that is when they ask for Vishaka guidelines. Guidelines were prepared and given to the Supreme Court by the Vishaka and others. These are the group of NGOs who come together to help Bauri Devi. And so they prepare the guidelines and give it to Supreme Court, which was in turn circulated throughout India and ensured that with immediate effect the guidelines shall be followed, and women working there shall be protected. So that is the background of this. And in 2013, after the act per se came into being, that is when we remove Vishaka guidelines and replace it with the act. So I hope all of you are through with it. You understood what it is, and you will be in a position to see if the act is in place, act and rules are in place, rather than Vishaka guidelines itself. Any questions, you can put it on chat. So this is the timeline that you have. 9/12/2013, the act came into picture. And this is the preamble of the act, where we look at three pertinent words, that is prohibition, prevention, and redressal. So, as an employer, if you are a principal, you are an employer. It's not your head office, that is the who's that uh, DDPI and BEO or somebody who is responsible. No, 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 no. This is your college, and it is you who is a employer, and so you are supposed to take care of it. And uh, others who are there in that college, the maybe the professor, uh, associate professor, assistant professor, faculty, or staff, or anybody who is there, who is working in that place, are supposed to be taking care of all that, um, uh, and supporting the employer in implementing this act. And so the very first thing is prevent anything, any such things of sexual harassment, prohibit if it happens, and redress. If something happens, don't keep quiet, redress it, ensure that it is taken care of, they are put at ease, they are not bothered. All these to be taken care of by the college. So this is the preamble that we are looking at. And looking at the applicability, even in 2013 it said it extends to whole of India, including Jammu and Kashmir. It's not in 2016, 2020 and all, when Jammu and Kashmir is included. We are not looking at 377 Act. We were looking at, even before that, we wanted whole of India, everyone to be included here under this act. And so you can see how important this act is, where whole of India we have, this act talks of, even before 2013. And uh, any organization, you can name any organization with 10 employees, 10 plus employees. If you have to have an internal committee, IC. Earlier it was called as Internal Complaints Committee, ICC. But after 2016, May 2016, we have removed the C, one of the C, that is complaint. Now it is only IC. And so we are looking at IC to be formed everywhere, every organization. You go to a hotel, and if you find there are 10 employees working, and if there is something, um, any person harassed, you can file a complaint in that hotel itself. So if there are 10 and 10 plus employees, then please file a complaint there in that hotel. Okay, any questions? Sorry. Well, I have a question. What do you mean by 10 employees? Whom does this comprise of? All are there?
Women employees.
Dr. Nagesh, women employees. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Or irrespective of the gender, if the organization has got a 10 number of workers or the employees, and I think this could be a practice to have a committee.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Dr. Jyoti, both gender. Okay. Anybody else? Dakshini, Dr. Dakshini, both. Okay. Yeah, I go with this, Dr. Dakshini and Jyoti. Um, it is both. Okay. Employees, it says employees, not women or men. Well, like Dr. Nagesh, you said earlier, even the defense people, they used to say, we don't have female employees, and so we don't have to really implement this act. And after 3 years, they came back and said, we need this act, just because what happened is they started finding it very difficult to take care of the people who were walking in. And so it's not only female who walk in, it is also male, female, anybody who has to get the work done or even work there in that place, they would be there in that area. So walking into the campus means anybody. So male, female, all put together, it is employees. So if it is 10 employees, you have to have IC, internal committee. Hope it is clear. And so now let us see who are the aggrieved. Oh, okay, before that, before going to that, like we were talking about 10 employees. 10 employees means, are they permanent employees or anybody else?
It is a private sector.
Yeah, if it is a private sector, the private sector, the organization would have their own employees. So the factory would have some permanent employees in that factory. So that could also be there, no? So are we looking at some permanent employees, or you can also bring in some others like daily wage and
Yes,
others?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Anybody, okay?
Anybody.
Anybody who is there can be termed as employees, okay? Employees who are working there. So please see that anyone who is working in that organization shall be called as employee, who are called as employee. Even volunteers are also, who are, though they are not getting paid, they can also come into this ambit. Okay, hope you are able to see the aggrieved woman on my screen. Aggrieved woman, who is an aggrieved woman? This is a definition that we are looking at. Aggrieved woman is a woman who is coming up and telling that I have complaint, I have some serious issue with somebody. So any aggrieved woman can give a complaint. Okay, aggrieved women can give a complaint. And if the complaint can be received from a regular employee, temporary employee, ad hoc, daily wage, anybody, okay, who is working there. Even your premises, in your premises there is a construction happening, and some contractor has brought in some women employees with that person. That person, that lady who is coming with the contractor, that is not even outsourced. They are the people who are associated with the contractor, can also give a complaint to the IC there if she is harassed. Okay, and last one, I'm just looking at the dwelling place. Women who are supposed to be, there in the dwelling place, are they, who are they? And dwelling places, home definitely, and they are also covered. How is that they are covered? How are these people covered? All of us, we may not have in our house an IC, because we are not Ambanis and Tatas and Ambanis and all, so that we would have, more than 10 employees who are domestic help. And so these women can file their complaint in the LC. LC is local committee. Okay. And where is this local committee? Any idea? Any clue? Where do we have this local committee? No idea. It is in the Deputy Commissioner's office. Okay. You can visit the Deputy Commissioner's office, and you will find. Okay. I'm just trying to show you a small clipping. Let us watch this. Able to see this? Shall I
Yes,
start?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It is 9 o'clock, madam.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hope all of you could see. Any quick response on what did you see?
It is an harassment.
It is an harassment. Okay.
Most of the women hesitant. They are hesitant to come out of the shell what they are going through actually. So that is highlighted.
Great.
A feeling of insecurity, madam. Actually, normally the women are going to have in the
Mm,
working place, in the home, everywhere, they
mm.
feel so insecure for themselves. No one supports actually.
Okay. No one supports, no one believes, right? Even if you say something, they don't want to believe in you. Yes. So in a dwelling place, also it happens. Every workplace, it happens. But who is there to believe? And what is the security? Even if she speaks up, who will stand by her? Now, another definition I want to bring in is about the workplace. What is a workplace? Everyone, we feel that our premises are the compound wall that we have around our office. Within this, if something happens, is what we call as workplace, or even the building that is there, that is workplace. But it need not be. It is beyond that. If you take your students outside for a sports meet, for a debate competition, or something that you want to, some drama happening, something, you are taking them out, even that work, that is considered as workplace. So please see that whenever they are going out, they are getting full protection. You can see this, while traveling, even while traveling, if you're booked in some bus or a train or a flight, whatever you are looking at, that also is a workplace. And so whenever you are taking them out, see that they are safe on that place. You might have heard about the cab drivers, the issues with cab drivers in Bangalore and other places. So that is also to be taken care of. Veerabhadra sir, please put your Veerabhadra sir. Yeah, thank you.
Madam.
Thank you. Thank you. Please mute. Thank you. Yeah, so this is the workplace is very much important. And workplace, it might be even colleges, you get students from outside, they come to your college, they play, or they have entertainment programs and all that. You can think of taking care of them also. It's not think of, You have to take care of them. You are bound by their presence, and take care of them. See that they are safe while they are in your premises. Any questions? Please ask. Now I'm going to another definition which talks about sexual harassment itself. Okay. Well, sexual harassment, the very first thing is physical contact and advances, or advances also. At times, in the clipping you might have seen, the man need not touch the lady. It is also, blocking the path of that lady. If he just shows an hand, that itself can accumulate to sexual harassment. She can file a case against that person, just because he blocked uh, the path. So you can think of how uh, grave the thing is. So you can all the men out here, please put your antennas up. See that it is not to scare you, but to alert you. I request everyone to think twice. If something like this has happened, you might have thought that I have seen some of the physical education teachers. If something happens, they would take care of the girl. They would there is a muscle cramp happening on the leg. He would because usually I have seen the he's as physical education. There are she's also these days. But if that happens, and if that is a female, you please ensure that she is um, there is another lady officer out there who is also taking care of the lady while the physical instructor instructs. So that is something that you prevent yourself from being on the other side of the complaint, getting all the blames. So take care of all that, and see that you are not going to have any of that. Even it's like giving shabashi. Okay. Pat the girl on the head, or even on the shoulders, back patting. All these please avoid. Okay. Don't pat anybody. Stay away, stand away, and talk to her, say congratulations. And the best thing is physical contact, the that is not offensive, is shaking the hand um, inside the fist. Okay. Holding the fist, but you are not going to touch at the backside of the hand. Okay, beyond the wrist. Don't do that. So these are, every time we think that what is the safest way of handshake. Even handshake has got its own way of issues. That can also result in physical contact. So what is physical contact? How do you want to handshake? Just shake hand, grip the hand, shake, and then leave the hand within maybe a couple of seconds. Don't hold the hand for longer. So maybe simple things. Maybe these are things that might also be very scary at times, but take care of yourself. Okay. The second point under this definition is a demand or request for sexual favor. You might have seen in that clipping, I will give you, I'll take care of your promotion. You come and have a cup of tea, or come for a party, or come out with me. Things like that. You can think of you may not be in a position to really realize what is happening by the time everything happens. So see that it is not going to be a demand. Whenever such things happen, please see that they are not putting things across and say that you give this for that, you we always say that this for that under this. So we are not looking at this for that anymore. And the other one is about the sexually colored remarks that we are talking of. Sexually colored remarks, um, again, everyone be careful. In your premises, in your office premises, do not speak of anything that is not associated with the work. People there are so many things that usually people think that, okay, it's I saw this movie and it was so good. Did you see the hero do this, heroine do this, or something like that? Don't talk any of that in
Yeah.
the workplace. Yeah. Anything that you wanted to ask? Okay. So you can find that there are people who are within the campus. They would talk about the serial, last night they saw some serial and they would think that that would be good. Some novel that they read and they come back and discuss in the premises. So unless it is official, please do not discuss in the campus, because you are supposed to do some professional things, not those anything that is not associated with your other work. Okay. Yeah, if woman does all these, like Dr. Jyoti is asking, women, you are also not supposed to do. Okay, women are not supposed to discuss about anything that is unofficial, and make it a point. And it is the principal, the head of the institute, supposed to make a rule. We have this bylaws kind of a thing within the school premises, college premises, that this are do's and these are don't do's. Okay. So if you can just make that do's and don'ts, if you can make a list of that, that would be a good one, and stick it to on every wall, so that people are aware that you are not supposed to do such things, certain things, and they are supposed to do certain things. So unless that is disclosed, told, or visibly put up, people may not be looking at all that, right? Yeah. And so we might always chase for all these information, but see that it is not going to happen. And sexually colored remarks are those remarks that are made by men looking at a female, or may not be looking at female, but when if they overhear, like they are passing by and they overhear that there is a man who is discussing about this thing, and this might also be uh, dangerous. Okay. That might end up in giving all that whatever complaint. Okay. Oh, please don't write anything. Please don't write. Okay. Showing pornography. Everyone knows what is pornography. And I don't think I should be talking about this here, because this is this is something, it is banned, and we are not supposed to have anything, any of that, even in our mobile phones. Okay, even in our mobile phones, phones are personal. um, my table is personal, everything is personal, but you can't say that this is personal. I remember one of the incident when, in an office premises, the clerks, everyone, they sit together. It's a common work area, partitioned with either almaras or some cubicles kind of a thing. And this man always used to be very calm, never used to talk to everybody. He would do his work, but the people there working in that work space, they felt that there is something problem in with this man, and they complains to the officer there, and that there is something that this man is doing. There is something that he is hiding in his almara. So please open the almara and see what is there. Because every time he gets up, he goes, opens the almara, sees something, and he comes back. He does his work, sits in his table and works. That's what he used to normally do. But doesn't allow anybody to touch his almara. But when the officer said that he wants to see the almara, that is when this man says, "No, this is my almara, and please don't touch my almara." And the officer said, "No, this is office, and this is not your home that you can tell that this is my almara." So as and when the discussion went on, finally he had to this clerk had to hand over the keys to the officer. And officer opens the almara and sees on the door he has put a big picture of a nude female. Okay, and he always used to open the almara, see the photo, and he used to feel really good about looking at the picture. And he would come back and he would do his work. But that was a wrong thing that he did, using the almara for something that was derogatory, having a derogatory picture. And so pornography is totally banned in the office premises. And so if something like that is happening, please see that it is not entertained. Okay, even take care of your tables. Some of you, your table might have you might keep so many pictures under the table. And it's not under the table, under the glass. If you have over the table, if you have a glass something, see that you don't keep any pictures that is harmful, even male or a female. Like you were asking, Dr. Jyoti, we look for everyone to keep their area clean. Okay, even don't carry the magazines. Okay, some magazines also carry these days. Anything is harmful, so that is not really required. Please don't carry that to the office. So see that your work area is clean. And any biology teachers out there, do you have any questions for me? Okay. Other offensive or derogatory pictures or cartoons, whatever you think is there, please remove everything. Okay. Any other unwelcome physical, verbal, or non-verbal conduct of sexual nature. Huh. Here I want to alert everyone. Uh, there was, it's not there was, there is a college here, and I don't want to name the college. And in that college, what happens is the principal, he comes and ensures that the girl who is doing all the typing work for him. He ensures that he sees the girl at least quite often. Okay, and every time he enters in, he sees, he wants to see the girl. And um, every morning, if the girl is coming late, she would enter and say good morning sir, and she would go in. And sometimes he would stop the girl and say, what is this dressing that you have? Can you not wear some beautiful sari and come? Why are you wearing all this, churidars and, uh, that is covering your whole body? So this principal, he kept telling over and over to this girl, and finally this girl, writes a complaint along with the audio recording that she does, because every morning she could hear this man tell the same thing, repeat the same thing. And she files a case against this principal. So it is not about the girl getting an evidence, but it is how people look at the others. Okay, you are not supposed to look at a male, if it is a male or a female, you are supposed to treat the other person as another employee. It was those days, my parents used to say, we are like family, work, in the workplace we are like family, we work like family, we eat, we share everything. These days it is not. Okay, if at all you think that we are family, keep that it for yourself. If there is something that is coming against you, and if she wants to file a case against you, then you are in soup. That's it. So don't treat anybody as family. Even I see so many people telling, oh madam, good morning, you look so beautiful today. I can, your jhumka is so beautiful. Your hair is beautiful, or you are wearing a beautiful, gajra, that flower. All that. People just love to, appreciate the other person. Please stop. If you have been doing this, please stop, and don't do that, because that lady, she has people at home who has already said that she looks beautiful. Okay, why are you taking the trouble to tell that lady that she's beautiful? Ask her if she has completed her work, the work that is assigned, not that, that flirt. Okay, yes, in private companies even today, there are so many companies which, allow the employees to flirt, because flirting in the office premises helps both male and female to work more. That's what is uh, known from the research. And so we are not looking for that. You are in government, and please see, we are looking at business only, and not anything other than that. Any questions so far? Any questions? Are you all listening at all? I'm
Yes,
really,
yes, madam.
I'm really
Yes, ma'am.
worried.
Yes, ma'am.
Listening, madam, listening.
Okay, good. Okay, so we are, so hope the act, the definition is clear for everyone, because definition is something that really grips us, because we tend to, do something other, just reverse of what is being told in the sexual harassment definition. So let's stop that. Let us let us treat the other person as individual and keep the distance. Keep the distance. Another thing that I want to tell you here is, usually when if you are a male and looking at a female, uh, you you look into that eyes of the lady, and just less than 10 seconds you are looking at her, talking to her, and then within 10 seconds move your eyes away and then come back to that lady. Okay, if you're talking to don't just stare at the person. Look into the eyes and talk. These are the words that we have always heard. Yes, look into the eyes and talk. That is when you are ensuring that the other person is listening and you are telling exactly to the person. But don't look into the eyes more than 10 seconds. Okay, even before it is 10 seconds, move your eyes, look into that other greenery, the wall, whatever you want to, and then come back. Okay, that is something that you should be doing. And another thing that you need to do is look into their eyes only. So I'm just looking, showing you the eyes only. And as you move down, if you're looking onto the nose and then to the lips, then to the chin, please stop. Okay, please look into the eyes, talk to them, and then finish the business. Don't ever move forward. And as you move down, you can see after the eyes it is the nose, and then I can see people move down. There are some people who just look from top to bottom, like till the toe. They would scan a lady from top to bottom. That is also happening. Please stop. If you are one of them who's ever done that, please stop, because we are not looking at anyone to look at a person and scan them. Okay, and especially men, please don't do that. And if you are a lady, please stop um, praising the male. The tendency is, sir, you are looking so smart today, or something. Sir, where did you buy this shirt? It really is good on you. I don't know, there are so many things that comes up. And that man, he also gets, he is flat just because of the comment. Just don't get into all that. Okay, these are the unwanted things that we are not supposed to do. And just talk business. If the person says, madam, you are looking beautiful, you just say thank you. And sir, I have people at home who have already said I'm looking beautiful, so I don't need any more comments. Okay, any more praises. That is it. You just stop that wherever it is. Yeah, someone is going to trying to talk to me, or any questions that you have. Any questions that you have?
Madam, as you said, if this is a kind of a situation where there is no intention, there is no such kind of a thought that the one will look at the woman in an inappropriate way. But there are certain situations where it is cooked up. The stories are cooked up, the situations are cooked up to go against the men, and that becomes a kind of a witness for someone to put into trouble. So how this could be an advantage of this kind of a section?
Okay. Well, Dr. Nagesh, as you said, it is a handful of women who are doing this. Okay, please don't generalize. We do have, whatever you are telling is correct. Whatever you are telling is correct. That is happening right now, because it is not again that handful of women who are doing. It is people behind this handful of women who wants to really think that, say that harassment, we have a act that is happening, guarding us, helping us, take advantage of it. Okay, so only thing is guard yourself. The only answer is guard yourself and don't get into that. Okay, I had a when I was in administrative training institute, um, I had a officer, he was the senior most IAS, and he knew that there was a lady who was very much like this. Okay, who can throw that complaint anytime. And what this man officer did is, that lady is also a senior most officer, but she is from the Karnataka services cadre, and he is an Indian service cadre. And so he took this guard. He said, I am not going to be a prey. Okay, what he always used to do is, um, he he knew all of us, but whenever this lady enters into that chamber, he would ensure that there is a bell that is rung, and immediately the peon who's sitting outside, he would get to know that, yes, sir wants another lady to walk in immediately. So he would just go rush, find another lady anywhere, an officer, another officer would be brought to his chamber, and she would just sit there while the the first lady would finish her talk, and she would walk out. Okay, this was happening time and again, just to ensure that nothing is it's like, another camera that he is putting. Though there are cameras out there, he would ensure that he is safeguarded. So anything can happen, anything can happen. And so be on guard. Because I have another incident where another officer, at the state level, he called me and said, madam, you are officer who is taking such classes on posh, can you help me? I asked what. And he said, every morning I would wish this madam, who is also, she is also an equal cadre of this man, but he wants to discuss on so many issues. And he said, every morning, as soon as she comes, I would go to his table and her table, and I would discuss about all these matters, so that we can thrash it out, and morning itself we can work on our own areas. And 1 month down the line, she files a complaint. And when the complaint comes in, we get the camera, CC cameras, footage as evidence. And there are so many other, voice talks and everything as footage and evidence that we collect. And also the staff there, they would also come down, give the evidence and all. So what happens, this man, he, yes, he is very much, he likes this lady. Though he's married, he likes the lady, but he wants to, be friendly with that lady. And he wants to talk to her, so that he would feel good about the whole thing. The, it is some kind of fascination. And he just is there. And but all the evidence was against him. All the evidence was against him. He was good to this lady, but evidence was against him. And he was transferred with immediate effect. And his promotion was due, and it was also um, cancelled, means he didn't get this promotion. And all this happened. So what I want to tell is, it is not um, the yesterdays that we are talking of. This is a present day act that really pulls every man to keep their antennas up and be on guard. Office is not a family business. And don't think that the other lady whom you are talking to is really looking for the same thing from your end. Okay, so keep distance, talk business, get out of that place. You might have heard about, Me Too. Me Too is one of the, buzz, mm, what do we call, agenda that happened, where every other heroine came up and said, even I was sexually harassed, I this man ill treated me, things like that. Yes, they did, but we are not going behind Me Too. Me Too is not for us, because we don't talk about Me Too anymore, because we have an act, and act talks about what is to be done, what is not to be done. And so be on guard, don't take things easily. And maybe every men think that uh, female are good companion. Yes, they are good companion, so long as she is kept away. The distance is maintained, she is a good companion. And there are very few who wants to come and rub their body with you, but the rest of them, they don't want. They just want to be seen on bay. And so just keep them at bay, talk to them whatever you want to, and be a good companion. Ensure that they are a good companion too, and get work done. That's it. And yes, professional rivalries are there, all that you can talk about, but we are not looking at all that. We are very particular about what are the do's and what are the don'ts, and in the premises, how we should be behaving. And you might feel that, okay, these are small things. These are not small things. Maybe that lady, she might be having that in her head for a long time. Why this man is after me? Okay, maybe you might not have thought, but she feels that there is, it's bothering me, this man is always after me. So don't be after anybody. Get your work done, get out. Any more questions? Okay.
But there's a contradictory, ma'am, when it comes to the corporate culture. So this is like, they promote a healthy relationship, or your female colleagues, or the colleagues whom you work with, and they expect that they need to have a good and the cordial relationship. They will be friendly and everything. So, but this is also there in the government setup. When it comes to the government setup, so where these kind of practices are more in number. Of course, you might have heard about wife swapping as one of the most common practices that we are seeing in the common corporate offices. So it has become a talk of the town actually. So where these are the examples which are already there in the present society, so that we are seeing. So but when we see these kind of a section, and the acts that are there, that are promoting about prevention of sexual harassment, so there it gives a friction or a rub between what is existing and what is to be compulsorily to be practiced according to the rule, according to the law.
Yeah. Everything is true, so long as you are not caught under Me Too. Okay. So if you want to really keep away from all that, then no wife swapping. Yeah, at times, yes, it's not only with the corporate sector, it is with across, even the uh, you know high, the top brass bureaucrats. I have heard these people talk about this more.
True, true,
Even
true, true.
even my professor used to talk about this, who used to talk about gender and things like that. She used to always say, you know, these are common. These are very common. But do you want to have a clean slate? Think about that. Okay. Anyway, we have lots to discuss about, how we need to carry ourselves. But the safest is keep a guard, keep a guard, keep distance. At least when you are talking to a lady, one one arm distance. Don't go closer. All these are things that you need to keep in mind and keep yourself on alert. Okay. Okay, so I'm just moving on. Any questions you have, please keep asking so that we can have a discussion. Employer, yes, your officer, please don't forget that your officer is the employer of that office. Don't think that your directorate or your ministry is going to be held responsible. No, your premises, your your immediate head, the boss is the employer. So employer has got lots of duties. And what are the main duties that we are looking at is, provide a safe environment. See that who all are on that list, IC list, display it, okay, in prominent places wherever you have the notice board or whatever it is. Please display with phone number or email or whatever is required of the internal committee members. Display it so that anybody who has any problem, they can contact and find out how they can get redressed. Okay. And please organize workshops and awareness programs in your college time and again. Don't wait for 1 year. Okay. Every 6 months, you need to have at least one or two programs in your premises. And that too, if you can also include the students. But students are not there on the IC. Please remember, if your IC internal committee has got any students in the committee, please remove them. They are not to be on the internal committee. And uh, and see that the committee meets every month. Okay. You might think that, oh, we don't have any problem. Don't wait for problems. Please see that you are going to give some solutions. See that they are going to be addressed by the committee even before there is a problem. Okay, and if there is a woman who wants to file a complaint but is not able to file a complaint, they can be assisted by the employer. Employer can see that she gets all the assistance. And also, for cross examining the witness, calling the witness, or anything that the committee requires, employer has to provide. Okay. And if the woman chooses to go to the court of law or file a complaint in the police station, it is the employer's duty to escort or give necessary support to the woman to go to the police station. Okay. Yeah, I think these are very important ones. And submitting the report. So what report you will be submitting, how the report shall will be submitted by the head of the institution is, it is a one pager. Please don't give all the details of what the complaint was, how it was solved, etc., etc. That is your internal document, don't disclose it. But you need to give a one page report which says so many complaints were there in this particular year, whatever year that you want to mention, and say how many are redressed, addressed, and how many are still in pipeline. Okay, if you can just do that, that is fantastic. And how many awareness or training programs you have conducted in that college, that is also to be mentioned. So how is the internal committee formed? You need to have, if there are 10 employees in that place, please see that your internal committee is formed. And for the internal committee, if your head of the office, the college is a male, and we are not expecting a male to be a presiding officer, it should be a female. So anybody who is at the senior most level in that college, please see that she is presiding officer in for that committee. Okay, and anyone you can bring in one NGO or NGI. NGI is non-government individual. Okay, they can they need not be associated with some NGO that any organization. No, not needed. That person can be a he or a she, depending on your requirement. And this person can should have some kind of inclination, or must have worked towards women's upliftment or something like that, so that they are aware of how to deal with all this, and also aware of this act. uh, Please don't bring in any lawyer as such. Person who has knowledge of the act is fine, but need not be a lawyer. Don't don't write that this person is a lawyer. Okay, a lawyer, we are not looking at bringing any lawyer in this. Okay. um, and it Yeah, and this external member should get a fees, as recorded in the rule. Okay, 200 rupees or something, that is the minimum. But it depends on the availability, and the person should also say okay to that. Okay, it even there are organizations which are paying 5,000 per sitting. So it all depends on how you are going to get your NGO or NGI. Okay, so this is the act, whatever the act says. And there are people who are still working on telling there is a what is that, um, gram panchayat member or adhyaksha is brought in as one of the member in this. Please don't do that. Okay, oh, there is a police woman out there, can we bring in the police? No, we are not looking at any designation. Don't bring in anyone with the designations as external member in this committee. Okay, we don't need anyone with the designation. Rather, even a policewoman who has the knowledge of all these, or who has served the women outside, maybe you can bring that policewoman in this committee, but not as a policewoman, but as an individual, non-government individual. Okay. police or anybody, even a doctor can come in or anybody can come in. Its only thing is, don't bring in with the title, rather bring them as an individual. Any questions? No questions? The complainant shall give in 6 copies. Earlier it is given as 6 copies, but now it is not really mandatory, because we also look for, some kind of the soft copies being given to everyone. So please see that the copy is sent to the committee chair, and the committee chairperson would distribute it. And why 6 copies? Because the 4 or 5 members who are there in that committee would take 1 copy each, and 1 copy will be sent to the respondent or the person on whom the complaint is lodged. Okay, that person would also get a 1 copy. And then everything, the case should be disposed in 3 months. That is what the POSH Act says. And so within 90 days, the case, whatever the case is, it shall be disposed of. And if there is any problem, the lady is going through some trauma, the complainant is going through some trauma or physical problems, then she can be granted leave for 3 months. That is also there. Okay. Any questions? Well, and so whatever for the inquiry, the committee can, summon anybody. It is like the court, and any all the powers are given to this committee, and so the committee can summon anybody to come before them, and they shall, be put under whatever examination, and uh, they will be, they will get whatever the truth they require, and so they can be asked for. Yeah, I'm just skipping all this. These are not really needed. These are some of the recommendations. What are the recommendations usually given? It can be some counseling session, some kind of, reprimanding, or promotion being withheld, or something like that. All this, even it is also said that, you can also go for the financial damages. They can collect financial damages. Veerbhadra sir. Veerbhadra sir. Veerbhadra sir, yeah, thank you. Okay, so we are looking at, some kind of financial damages also to be given to this lady. So how many of you agree that financial damages can also be given? If there is a lady who says, I need 5 lakh rupees because of the sexual harassment that this man has done, and so I can withdraw my complaint. If you are in the committee, will you agree?
It depends upon the circumstances or the situation. How many days of the working days have been lost if the lady is a working employee or she is an employee. So based on that, and and also the degree of economic condition of the person, the woman who was given a complaint. So, and yeah, some other relative aspects can be considered for the financial assistance or the recommendation.
Hmm.
No, madam.
Okay.
Don't
Sorry,
agree. Won't agree, madam.
don't agree.
Yeah.
Why you don't agree? Why you don't agree? There is
If
a
she
lady who
demanding for money, means she is purposefully doing intentionally.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Money matter, but is punishment should be met.
Hmm.
Money should not become.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dakshinamurthy sir, whatever you
Yeah.
said is correct.
Yeah.
If there is a lady
Punishment.
who, if there is a lady who says, give me 5 lakhs and I'll take back the complaint, if she says like that, immediately you should have your, scanners. Okay, you should say, okay, this is a fake one. Okay, you should know that there is something wrong, fishy.
Yes,
Okay,
definitely, madam.
so we are not entertaining anyone to give such kind of financial support with financial whatever money. We should not be entertaining such things, because we are here the financial damage is, like Dr. Nagesh said, it depends on the lady. If she is hospitalized, sorry, if she is hospitalized and she is she needs medical treatment, or there is loss of pay or whatever is happening because of this, if it is proved again, if it is proved and the sexual harassment is proved, and because of that she has undergone all that, then the financial damage is given. Otherwise, if that lady says, I'm going to withdraw, give me this money, do not give. Okay, and please fight for that. I have many cases where people, officers, they have said, we are just going to give that money and come out of this. I don't want to get into all that. I said, how can you do this? There is, it's like, the bar. You you have been sealed that you have done sexual harassment, and why are you going to get into that? Fight against such things. And as I was telling, it is the handful of women who are doing this, and it may not be women, it might be the men who are doing in the name of with the mask of women. Okay, so you can think of all that, don't get into that. Yeah. Okay, so, and if there is a false accusation that has happened, and the lady, she is coming up with something like this, false complaint, malicious complaint, then she also has to be punished equally, like she is going the male, the respondent is going to be punished. Okay, so with this, any questions? I want to take some questions, then go on with this. Yeah, all of them in the committee shall take an oath and say, because it is utmost confidential. Okay, even if you get an RTI you know application which says, please give me 20, 24 25 cases that has happened, and it is in your records, please give me all the documents. You are not supposed to give. Please do not give any information pertaining to POSH under RTI. This is a rider that I want all of you to by heart. Okay. Conciliation, as soon as there is a complaint that is coming up, you can think of conciliation, and conciliation can happen only if the complainant agrees. If the lady says, yes, I'm going for conciliation, I'm okay with that conciliation, then conciliation can happen. But the committee should first give this offer and ask if she's ready for a conciliation. Okay, this is the timeline that you can see. Within 3 months of the incident, a complaint should be lodged, and within 7 days of receiving the complaint, it should be sent to the respondent, and within 90 days of the complaint, the whole issue should be completed, and recommendation should be given to the employer to be implemented. And there is 10 days time for the LC to prepare the report and give it, and 60 days time for in either of the party, either the complainant or the respondent, to go for an appeal. Okay, so you can think of all these are the very important timelines that might be helpful for the either of the parties if they are not happy with the recommendation given. Yeah, this is what the employer should be giving as the report. The number of cases received, number of cases disposed, and how many pending after 90 days, the workshops that has been conducted, the nature of action that is taken by the employer against the respondent should be also mentioned. Okay, so these are the important things. Don't give any document to the as whatever report, even to your higher employer, higher ups, or while you send it to the women and child department or to the deputy commissioner's office. Don't include any of the information, private information that should be kept in the office records. If your office has not complied and this act is not in place, then you will be penalized up to rupees 50,000. So if you don't have an IC, in spite of having 10 employees in your office, please see that it is done immediately. Both parties have got can go for appeal, and here is something called she box. You can go to the ministry's website and Ministry of Women and Child, where you will find she box. She box is sexual harassment electronic box. Okay, please, if you find anyone who wants to file a complaint but not willing to file it in the IC, then this person can be directed to the she box, where it can be filed. And I am one of the empaneled trainers of Government of India, Ministry of Women and Child, and for training on POSH. And so anyone who is interested to get more information can also contact me. It is my details are in the she box of Karnataka. So with this, I want to just take you through one of the KPS Gill's. KPS Gill, all of you are aware of this officer who harassed another IAS officer called Rupan Dial Bajaj, and finally he was convicted, and even his medals were taken back because he harassed a lady. So before we close, maybe I have a small clipping for you. Are you interested? Are you interested?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're interested, then I can show you a clipping. Can you see this? A blank one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm playing this. It's a 3 to 4 minutes clipping.